What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Before I start today's video, I just wanted to say that we've had a really big influx of new subscribers over the last month or so. So I wanted to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking that button and hanging around and watching some of these videos. And obviously, for all you longtime loyal subscribers and watchers, as always, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate your support, and we appreciate you sticking around. So I'm going to try to get into today's video. I'm going to try to keep this not too long and not ramble on too much, but I don't have George here to cut me off when I start doing that, so we'll see how it goes. So obviously our channel is in a bit of a different situation than it's ever been before. If you've been paying attention, I obviously crashed my motorcycle, my beloved De Beard Glide, my 2016 Road Glide Special in Velocity Red, which I had just about paid off and just about exactly where I wanted it. Love that bike. Been riding that bike, like I said, for 6 years, and it's been great. It's been reliable. I've had no issues with it until I crashed it. So going to have to move forward here. And I know on that video that we put out last week, if you guys didn't see it, where I kind of go over what happened and I lay it all out there for you guys in detail. If you didn't see it, I will link it down below, or you can just go back and watch last week's video. It won't be hard to find. I'm not going to revisit everything what happened, but we had a lot of great comments, a lot of support, and a lot of people saying, you know, please keep us in the loop on where you're going from here. What's next? So what I wanted to do was do another video here to kind of give you what is next after losing the bike. So obviously having just about have it paid off and having it right where I wanted it, man. Just a couple little other tweaks I was going to make, but for the most part, it was right where I wanted it. After going down, immediately after that, you know, my thoughts were, I want to keep this bike. I love this bike, and I'm hoping, you know, initially I'm hoping it's not totaled and that I can keep it. And then after talking to a lot of people, a lot of our subscribers and our channel members in the Discord, you know, they, you know, kind of told me about how, you know, even if it's totaled, you can keep it. And I've never really had this kind of a thing come up before. I've never crashed a bike, never crashed a car, so never had to deal with these insurance types of things. So I didn't know that. So I started talking to the insurance adjuster, and sure enough, you can keep it. You can like buy the salvage title back for whatever, you know, they come up with as a quote, and they'll take that away from the difference of whatever the value of the bike is, assuming your bike's value is, you know, higher. So that was kind of the route I want to go, and that's the way that I proceeded after the crash with talking to the insurance adjuster, and I figured I'd be able to keep it, and if I had some extra money from whatever the difference was in the value of the bike, I could just put that back into it, do some stuff to it that maybe I hadn't done before. You know, obviously we have a lot of great partners that we work with, a lot of great brands like Zero 3D, Advan Black, and Oleans, and Clockworks, and I know I'm leaving somebody out. Tab, of course. Love my handlebars, love my pipes. So obviously, you know, we'll be able to do some things there, and then with the extra money, I could do maybe some other things that I hadn't done on the last, or I hadn't done before we crashed. But as the process kind of continued with the insurance guy, it got a little bit painful. The whole situation with insurance was kind of a nightmare. I've had this provider for over 20 years, never had a claim, never needed them for anything. And then the minute I need them, like, it was just an absolute nightmare. So I'll get more into that later on down the line. I don't want to say the name or, you know, have any, you know, put that out there just yet, because quite honestly, I haven't got my payout yet. So I don't want to piss anybody off until I do. But it was kind of a nightmare. And a lot of the things that I was initially told by one of the adjusters was, you know, that they would tow the bike for me to a Harley dealer so that I could have it thoroughly inspected and make sure that the frame wasn't bent. There were no nothing was really compromised as far as the stability of the bike, the frame, the motor, any of like the important stuff. Because obviously, you know, all the paint and stuff like that's cosmetic, and we can fix that. Not a big deal. And I was told that they would do that, and that was the plan. And then all of a sudden, a day or so later, the adjuster calls back and says he's decided he's totaling it. And I'm like, well, what about you towing it? Because it still hadn't been towed to Harley. What about that? I mean, that was the plan. Well, I've decided to total it. So if you want to do that, then you'll have to arrange for it to be towed and get it over there. And, you know, a bunch of other hoops and crap that I was going to have to jump through. So at about the same time, he told us the value that they were going to pay us out, which I will say, the one bright spot in all of this dealing with the insurance was they gave me a really good number. Actually kind of blew me away with that one. It was a lot more than I expected. And that kind of at that point started making me think which way I wanted to go on this. So once he told me that number, and then he told me that it was going to be almost $4,500 for the salvage title to buy the bike back, and he wasn't really cooperating with giving me the extra time to get it inspected and make my decision, whereas he initially said there would be no hurry on the part of the insurance company. All of a sudden that changed, and I could just tell that he wanted to get us off his plate. So, you know, it was starting to stress the wife and I out. You know, she was dealing with a lot of it. I was still banged up and kind of just on the couch and whatnot. And she's having to deal with this. And every time I tried to call the guy, he didn't want to talk to me. He'd end up calling her back. She's trying to work. It was just getting to be really, really stressful. And got to the point where I finally just said, screw it, total it, pay me out, be done with it. I'm going to start over. So for those of you that didn't already know, a lot of you guys do because you're subscribers or members in the Discord and stuff, and we've talked about it, but that's the route we're going. We are starting over with a new bike. There will be a new De Beer Glide Part 2, and I'm good with it. I came to terms with it during this process and kind of shifted gears and shifted my mindset, and I'm actually really excited about it now. So we're going to get a new bike. We are going to build it up bigger and better than the last one, and it's going to be really sweet. I'm looking forward to it. I've already kind of got plans for it. This last bike, as much as I loved it, I had it for years before I even started to do anything to it. And to be honest with you, we had it in the early phases of the channel when we started getting vendors to deal with us and sponsorships and stuff like that, and started getting, and I just was like cool with taking whatever and like happy to put things on the bike because, you know, when you're a small channel, you're happy to get stuff. But now I kind of have a different take on it. I want to really plan out what I do to it. I have things in my mind that I want to do and kind of a vision for a new bike. And by the time you guys watch this, I'll have the new bike. That's definitely going to be a done deal. And we will do the next step of this series. We'll unveil the bike. We'll unveil what I bought, what color I have, and all those things. And we'll have some fun with it on social media and you know, put a poll out or something and let you guys try to guess what it is. But I'm excited. Like I said, I was really bummed out initially. I wanted to keep my old bike. I know a lot of people love the M8, the power of it, the smoothness of it, all that stuff, that you know, just the newness of it. But I really did like my V-twin twin cam and the 103, and it sounded amazing. And I think I'll never have. You're just not going to get a Milwaukee 8 to sound like that, but they can still sound good. I mean, George's bike sounds really great with the full tab exhaust and the tune he's got on there. And we'll do some other stuff to make it sound good. There's other things you can do, and that's what we'll do. So I'm excited, and that's kind of where it is. I wanted to keep you guys up to date along the way on the decision-making process, what decisions we make and how we get there. So just want to keep you guys involved. And so that's it. We're going to build a new bike. It's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, and I'm really excited and looking forward to it. And like I said, by the time you guys see this, it's probably already in my garage. So we'll be working on the unveil video and hopefully get that to you extremely quick, because I'm impatient and anxious, and I'm going to want you guys to see it so that I can post pictures of it and talk about it and all that. So that's what's up. That's what's going on. I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for the next video, because again, it's going to be more about this. And then once we get past that, we'll get back to some ride stuff. And we got other things coming up. There's another rally coming up in September that we're going to. And, you know, some things we got going on with George's bike. So we'll get back to being, you know, like it was before, not just all about, you know, my accident and my bike. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave comments if you want to. We love the comments. Really, again, thank you all so much for all the comments in the last video. I will say that the comments in that video went a lot differently than I expected. And I underestimated you guys and how you would react to that video. And really, like, very, you know, it meant a lot to both of us. And appreciate all the nice words. And looking forward to the next chapter. So stick around. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. And we'll see you on the next video. Later.